Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Legally Insane. I'm Matt Ritter. I'm one half of the dynamic, ambiguously gay duo, Ace and Gary.
And I'm Tony Sam, your lovely compatriot in legalese.
Yeah, I'm a former lawyer turned comedian. You know,
I'm just his buddy.
Yeah, and we every week
I'm his little buddy.
Yeah, Gilligan and the Skipper. We tell crazy tales from the legal underbelly, and the best part, Tony doesn't know what we're about to talk about.
I know, it's always a surprise every week, and thank you guys again for joining us.
Yeah, we're growing.
Make sure you guys, as you listen, please subscribe to our Twitter. It's Legally Insane.
It's annoying that I couldn't get insane. I know. We got to get that. I have a friend who runs Twitter.
Why don't you spell it out? What is the Twitter?
Legally N instead of insane. But you know what? More
but it's Legally Insane.
They should just subscribe to the podcast.
They're
already subscribed to it.
Follow us on Twitter. We'll occasionally we'll tweet something.
All this arguing. It feels like
I don't like this bickering.
It's bickering. You know what?
I feel like our relationship is.
I feel like I don't like seeing people bicker, you know? It makes me think of my parents who got divorced.
You mean couples?
Couples who bicker, you know?
Bicker. You're wearing me down, woman. You're browbeating me.
No, my dad would just scream in a high-pitched voice. He would go, Ellen, you put the hole in my head.
That's how your dad talked?
Yeah, that's how my dad sounded. He got really high. He'd say, you put that hole in. And then he would go, Machu, never marry a Jewish woman.
Never. He go like this.
Yeah, that's exactly what
My dad used to say that when you first get married, you everywhere. When you're married a little bit longer, you in one room. And then when you're old and you've been together forever, you just walk past each other in the hallway and say, you.
I like that. That's good. That's good. What if you've started with that? Because I just got married and we do the hallway thing now.
Oof. Yeah, I've seen your relationship. It is contentious at best, it's lovely, you two lovebirds.
But you know what? We're talking about divorce law this week.
Oh, no. You know
love that
that's
topic.
Got a special place in old Tone Balone.
Listen.
Old two-time Tone Balone.
He's the two-time divorce MVP. He's the Tony
Gwynn. I've been married
Gwynn.
two times.
He's the Michael Jordan of divorce.
I got a pocket full of rings just waiting for my next wife.
Do you know how much valuable insights?
You like that in particular?
I love that.
I got a pocket that goes jingle, jangle. Like, hey, I want to wife up.
Yeah, it's like, oh, did you hear the ice cream man? No, that's the divorce man walking by. You hear
divorce
the Hey, kids, get out there and get a ring.
His push cart? Rings.
So many rings.
Tarnished rings.
Tarnished souls.
I was divorced twice by the age of 34.
You have to admit that's impressive.
33? Yeah, everyone was like, "You're too young to have been divorced once."
Yeah, I mean, I
just
got married.
I want to go for the record.
Yeah. What is the record?
I don't know. I know Larry King's been married 8 times.
Yeah, but he's a lot older than you.
I know. He looks like a baseball mitt who got lucky.
Yeah, he does kind of look like a baseball.
He looks like Dallas Raines on the L.A. local news.
No, that guy looks good.
No way. He looks like an old mitt that's been left in the sun and then put like a mop head on it.
I like his Hamilton-esque thing that he's got.
I'm Dallas Raines. We've got trouble in Riverside. We got rain.
He always ends with we got rain.
Well,
he always start with we got rain.
I love the way he says in Riverside.
Yeah, people who aren't from LA are not going to know, but
they can appreciate the way he says Riverside.
They've got everybody's got a weatherman with a weathery nickname.
Well,
so we're talking divorce this week, a topic that I thought would be near and dear to your heart.
Well, I mean, as much as I love getting married, nothing evens out the force. Nothing brings balance to the force like a good old
divorce. He had a 2-game winning streak and he got a 2-game losing streak.
I feel like I feel like marriage and divorce, it's like the Jedi.
Yeah. You can't have too many happily married people in the world.
There can only be one on each side.
Yeah. Yeah. So like in this podcast, we have one happily married person, me.
A apprentice and a mentor.
And he's going to teach me how to get divorced.
He'll teach you how to tank your marriage.
How to sink this thing.
Stop listening tour.
So you probably know which states are the good ones and which ones are the bad ones to get divorced in.
Which states?
Yeah. Maybe you don't.
Oh, we don't know anymore. It's been so long.
It's been a while since
All
your
I
last
know
divorce.
is that in Illinois, I had to actually go to court.
Yeah.
And that was the loneliest divorce I've ever, because my ex had moved out of state, so I had to go to court alone.
This guy didn't even get divorced with somebody.
The lawyer, or the judge was like,
did he feel bad for you?
well, I think it may have been a woman, but she's
She felt sad for you.
I'm pretty sure she went, it looks like it's official.
She didn't even bother showing up.
It's like, I guess there's no chance of reconciliation.
She left a post-it note on her desk.
Oh no, she's at home.
Yeah.
And she says, call it off.
She left a post-it note where her lawyer would be, and it just said,
like,
I'll take the car.
No, I've got her in the sack. She's in my trunk. In California, I did not have to go to court. I filed a separation dissolution, and you go to court, you file the documents, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, some places, I'll tell you a couple of quick factoids.
Easy cheesy.
Easy cheesy. But California, child support's super high. If you have a kid, that's not where you want to go for any sort of that kind of stuff. If you have a kid.
Brother.
Yeah, 10 times higher than Georgia or Nevada. The easiest place to get divorced in is New Hampshire.
Oh.
In New Hampshire,
I thought you were
going
going to say like Delaware.
No.
Everything's easy there.
Yeah.
Like incorporating, divorce.
Yeah, they are very business friendly. But here's the weird thing. So New Hampshire is the easiest state to get divorced in. But yet right next door, Vermont is the hardest.
Why?
So in Vermont,
come on down to Vermont. It's hard.
Live free or die. Yeah, is that New Hampshire that is that New Hampshire slogan, or is that Vermont slogan?
Live free, die. Divorce hard.
Divorce hard.
Live free, divorce hard.
Yeah, live free, but divorce hard.
That's a Springsteen song.
Yeah, totally.
Baby, I was born to run from this marriage.
But they don't make it easy.
Hey, brother.
if they actually, I got a lot of positive feedback on your Hulk Hogan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people like it.
Oh, in case our listeners, he's referring to our episode on
Hulk Hogan versus Gawker.
No, but that was
litigation funding. Yeah. So Vermont, you got to be a resident for a year, and you've had to have gone a 6-month separation, 3-month waiting period, and yet New Hampshire, all you have to do is set foot there. Seems kind of ridiculous because it's literally over.
You just have to dip a toe in?
You have to dip a toe in New Hampshire.
You just got to dip a toe.
Yeah. So I don't understand why anyone would ever get divorced in Vermont.
Well, I don't understand why anyone would live in Vermont.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, but like...
Vermont's just... Isn't that where old Burns from?
Yeah. But can you imagine if you like trying to trick your significant other?
I am all for making divorce for the 99% and making it easier for the 99% of the 1%. And
he kind of turned into Doc.
No, I like that. That was Bernie Sanders.
According to my calculations, Marty, if I am right, we're about to see some serious.
That's Bernie Doc
but you're
Sanders.
Divorced, Doc.
Go, run, Marty! It's the Libyans.
Run over to New Hampshire.
They punish divorce by death.
Run to New Hampshire where it's easy. No, but I was thinking, like, can you imagine? There's probably couples there's probably like a guy in Vermont who's like, honey, you want to just take a little quick hike over the border?
Why?
Just a picnic.
That sounds suspect.
I left a picnic basket. Look, it's right over. Look, just keep going. It's right there.
I love. What? It's a trap.
We're divorced. It's like,
honey, I divorced the kids.
Yeah, I brought the kids with me. No
and
alimony for you,
but you more than the kids.
Yeah, so you got to be very careful. You have to have like your Vermont border GPS on if you're worried, somebody's gonna.
Don't do it. Hey, what's the history? We're not talking about the history of divorce or anything.
We're gonna
generally go.
California was the first state to offer no fault divorce.
Oh,
New York was the last holdout.
in Illinois, it was a fault state. So we had one of us. I had to
call
sue.
you a little.
I had to sue my ex for divorce.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of reasons. Was it reason? Was it impotence? Because that's a big one.
Why? That's that your go-to? It was irreconcilable differences.
Erectile differences.
Erectile dysfunction.
Yeah. And you had to present She had to present evidence of your.
I was in my 20s, baby. Everything worked good.
The judge was like,
I'm afraid to get married now because,
Now you can't definitely.
Now I get definitely fired for unable to fulfill my marriage.
Yeah, Jess is going to divorce me. The judge is going to be like, "Can we see the evidence?"
He'll be, please approach the bench.
I can't.
Have you tried sticking a pinky in your butthole?
I can't get it up, Judge. I'm sorry.
Have you tried stimulating the prostate?
We've tried everything.
No, We've
tried everything. Fine, you try it.
Yeah, okay. Have you ever tried sticking the small end of a gavel in there?
That's
giving it a little twist to twist.
We call that collaborative divorce.
Please bend over by the bench. Moon River.
Other grounds for divorce in these fault states are habitual intemperance,
hypocrisy,
3 years of desertion in Maine.
If you're gone for 3 years.
Yeah. Or in Tennessee, just one spouse having made an attempt on the life of another by poison or other means.
Wait, so hold on a second. 3 years?
Yeah.
After 1 year of desertion, I think
Maine
that
3. Maine's a lonely place.
He could come back.
Yeah.
We will dishonor this request.
Yeah, he went on a hiking trip.
It's been 2 years. I'm afraid 3 years is the threshold.
Oh, man, that third year, it's got to be hard.
I doth decree 3 moon cycles shall go thrice.
But I think he's dead. He's in the mountains. He's dead.
3 years.
But think about this. Tennessee.
Go.
Poison. You can,
were you poisoned, sir?
Your Honor.
No, but he tried. I'm afraid we cannot.
Your Honor, I honestly didn't realize I was pouring rat poison in her cereal. It looked like shredded
I'm
wheat.
afraid that's grounds for divorce. It's attempted poisoning or actual poisoning? It sounds like
attempted.
Oh,
it doesn't even have to be real poison.
No, it sounded to me that you had to really poison someone.
I mean, it seems like the divorce would be a little bit unnecessary at that point.
It's like, he tried to kill me. All right, well, I guess it's not going to work out.
It's not working. Are you sure you don't want to give it one more try?
Well, did you try and poison him?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he would like.
Or maybe you were constantly nagging.
That's right. And if your damn nagging would stop, I feel like poisoning you.
Yeah. This is one in Mississippi. It's one spouse having been an idiot at the time of marriage is grounds for divorce in Mississippi.
Come
He's
on.
an idiot.
He's
an idiot.
Pardon my French, but that's just stupid.
Is he stupid or is he an idiot?
Pardon my expression, but that's just idiocy.
Yeah, because if he's stupid, you still got to be with him. Is he an idiot or is he stupid? So
would you put that on the thing? Is that you can actually write on the divorce application? Idiocy?
Idiocy. In Indiana, 2 years of incurable insanity. 2 years.
Trace loco.
Yeah. Oh, that's got to be it.
4 loco.
2 years of
loco
of incurable insanity. Oh, so what I wanted to get into actually. I'm jumping around.
Sorry, no. You can't just jump past. I still feel like we need to explore this idiocy thing. I feel like, is that a real law still in place?
Oh, you're going to make me look it up.
God forbid you.
Idiocy.
Lawyer.
Idiocy.
That seems like that would have been something in perhaps the late 1700s or early 1800s, even though
No, it's still in there.
That must be the number one cause of divorce in Mississippi.
I was thinking to myself, oh, man, I hate when Tony calls me out for stuff that's no longer on the books. Idiocy is on there
That's
still.
the number one cause of divorce in Mississippi.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah,
that and voting record.
Yeah, the grounds for divorce in Mississippi right now, they have desertion, natural impotency, as opposed to unnatural, pre-existing insanity, idiocy, a wife's pregnancy by another person, adultery, being in the custody of the Mississippi Department of Corrections, insanity that develops after marriage, habitual drunkenness, habitual drug use, habitual cruel and inhumane treatment that endangers life, limb, or health, bigamy, and incest.
Paul Bigamy? What's it? Bill Bigamy?
Yeah, if you marry
Bill Bigamy.
Bill I don't know.
Whatever happened to him? I thought he was big on MTV. Bill Bigamy.
MTV's not big on MTV anymore. Yeah, was that his catchphrase?
No, it should have been.
Yeah. So what I really wanted to talk about today was a really interesting phenomenon in the 1930s.
Buggery.
That's still an interesting phenomenon.
I'm still fascinated.
I'm still always fascinated by
ass play.
I'm fascinated by that too.
Stuff.
But what we're going to talk about is a little era in Reno, Nevada, where they became the divorce capital.
An era or an area?
An era and an area, both. An era, E-R-A, era, from the 30s to the 60s, where Reno, Nevada became the divorce capital.
The biggest little divorce city in the West.
Walter Winchell, the famous newsman, called it going to get a renovation. Renovation.
I'm renovationing my life.
I'm renovationing my life. So what happened is back then it was
What a clever ass.
Yeah, that was pretty clever as a newsman. And coming up on the nightly news, a new phenomenon out of Nevada.
I'm renovating myself.
Renovate
this.
Renovate your life. Renovate your man. So marriage was hard to get a divorce for back then. You know, there were a lot of
not in Reno.
All four fault states, but they also took a long time. There were waiting periods.
But in Reno, then they had divorce chapels.
So I'll get to that. But here's what happened. So they were going through the Great Depression. So they decided to make a 6-week rule in 1931 that all you had to do was hang out in Reno for 6 weeks.
If you had 2 cans of beans and a loaf of bread, you could get divorced.
Yeah, that's basically
everyone was so hungry.
Yeah, but here they also legalized gambling that same year for the same reason. They're like, oh, what do we have here? A bunch of miserable divorcees.
Isn't getting married rolling the dice?
It is the ultimate. The ultimate
and
gamble.
Every time it's snake eyes, roll Tome Malone. I love divorce.
I got a hot streak going. I've rolled 1 7.
What you can't see is he's rolling the dice. Snake eyes. Rolling the dice looks like jerking off.
Yeah,
and throwing them is the release.
So this became the divorce capital. It's kind of nuts. Every year, they went from like hundreds of people in the 20s to 19,000 people in 1946 going to Reno and hanging out at these divorce bars. Yeah. Divorce restaurants.
Vegas, Reno, San Bernardino.
Was that part of that era? Was
Get
that
your kicks on Route
Get your divorce on.
66.
Get your divorce on. So there were these women would go there and they would call it getting renovated, and they would say they were going to take the 6-week cure.
So it took 6 weeks for it to be official.
Mm-hmm. But they sometimes. So basically, what happened was it was mostly women in the town because men mostly were working at the time.
So women would run away to get a divorce.
Yeah, and sometimes they would bring. Only one person had to be there for the 6 weeks. But
I don't understand. I thought how could one person file for divorce?
They only needed one person.
But what if the other person didn't want to get divorced?
Tough shit.
That doesn't seem right.
Yeah,
Is that right?
I know. Well, they offered 9 grounds: impotency, adultery, desertion, blah, 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 blah.
But they would have to verify the account.
Yeah. As long as one of the spouses were a resident of Nevada for 6 weeks, that's all they needed. And
I see.
And so, because the husbands had to work, all these women went there. But sometimes they would bring a spare. They would bring a spare with them.
A spare husband.
Yeah.
A lover liaison.
Oh yeah.
So you had to live there for 6 weeks, and then
you file right there.
You file for divorce. That's it.
Yep. And you could get married the very next day.
Wow.
To your spare husband.
The wedding, the divorce chapel, drive-through divorce. Is that a thing? Drive-through?
It was 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I wish that was an option. What a drawn-out process. I had to wait 6 months
I know,
before.
you're so jealous of these Reno people. They called it going Reno.
It's like, get it out of here.
They found themselves trashing their housewife dresses for jeans and boots, flirting and drinking and dancing in a way that would have been considered improper back home. But they went Reno, full Reno.
Oh, so they weren't being ladylike.
No, they took to these divorce ranches and these.
Meanwhile, men were out everything.
Oh, there were guys who became ranch hands.
At a dude ranch?
Yeah, they would take in these dudes in order. These guys had to, earn a little extra income.
So this was a gay ranch?
No, it was for women mostly. They offered guests a slice of the Western experience. Just a little riding, swimming,
infidelity,
fishing, lovemaking,
cowpoke.
Yeah, a little cowpoking. A series of one-room cabins without any running water or toilets.
Oh, yeah, but plenty of dick.
Oh my God.
We got dudes for days and dick for weeks.
A lot of celebs, too. Clark Gable.
He got some dick.
Mary Pickford.
Got some dick.
Oh, yeah.
Mary Pickford?
Yeah.
She helped she helped make fettuccine Alfredo popular.
I don't believe that.
Her and her silver screen lover at the time, which his name escapes me, they were in Rome.
His name was Marco Fettuccine.
Polo.
Marco Fettuccine.
It's true. They were in Rome. They went to the guy's restaurant who created fettuccine Alfredo. They loved it so much, they brought it back to the United States, and then we ruined it here by, originally the recipe calls for noodles, Parmesan cheese, olive oil.
What do we have? Massive amounts of cream.
We put cream.
Oh, yeah.
So Italian Americans ruin everything that Italians have perfected.
And you know what else happened? Her husband probably didn't know how to make it properly. And
he
that's
was putting his Alfredo sauce somewhere else.
She was like, you don't make it the way Mario makes it.
I got plenty of cream, baby.
I'm going to Reno. I'm getting renovated. You're out.
No,
you're
out.
No, you're out. You have to work.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you're my husband. You're
What's
nobody.
my name? Because I don't know.
Pickford.
I don't know who I am.
Yeah, you're nobody. I'm
Mr.
Mary Pickford. You're nothing. I'm gonna go get renovated.
I'm Mary Pickford. You're nobody.
You're nothing.
You're nothing without me.
I'm gonna go get myself a nice young ranch hand.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So this was the Flying ME Ranch. This was a typical day. It was horseback riding in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
After lunch trip into town for shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Visit with the lawyer.
And then divorce.
Evening with cocktails, communal dinner, another car trip to a bar because drunk driving was no big deal, or a casino where the ladies would dance, drink, gamble, and then get seduced by the ranch hands.
Fornic.
A lot of fornicating. This was freedom. I mean, this was like a big time for first time that women got to be just like out in the world doing this stuff. Sounds like a lot of fun.
What a different
Sounds
era.
like a great time.
What a different time.
It was dangerous though.
I bet.
Yeah, there was
all that divorce flying around.
Yeah, divorce will lead people to get angry. Like they're not usually like in a emotionally stable mood. I don't know. You've been divorced twice. You've been divorced, like as it's happening.
Oh, I was a wreck after that.
Did you think about killing your ex?
I felt no.
Yeah, there was a lot of murder.
I just wanted to die.
Yeah, there was a lot of murder there. There's a lot of like people soon to be exes and soon to be wives, and just there's a lot of killing. Arthur Miller.
I didn't feel like killing anybody. I was real sad though.
Arthur Miller wrote a story that later became The Misfits while staying at one of these divorce ranches so he could marry Marilyn Monroe.
Ooh.
Can you believe it took 6 minutes?
6 minutes? I can't even last in bed that long.
I know. That's longer than most. And I'm done. That was it.
Right. Yeah. That noise I just made?
That was longer than
it takes me to last in bed.
That's how long it takes to conceive a child. 6 minute divorce.
I know. I stick my limp noodle around there. And
your fettuccine Alfredo.
And
with
little
no
sauce.
Cream.
No cream.
No cream.
No cream.
Your problem
Parmigiano Reggiano.
Your problem is you don't need cream.
It's not the cream.
It's not the cream.
You needed the noodle.
You need the noodle firm.
Al dente.
Al dente.
To the tooth.
Your American, he's soft.
That noodle is
He's
no
very soft.
good.
You see, he's covering it up with all the cream.
It's all about the cream, buddy. Don't
You don't need this much cream. You need a little cream, but hard noodle.
Hard noodles. Hard noodles.
I'm just picturing Pickford bringing this Italian Lothario back to the ranch is all like,
Super Mario.
Yeah. You should try out Super Mario. I heard
I heard his brother
best.
Luigi.
They're the
tall,
best.
quiet
And
type.
if you have any problems with your plumbing, they're the guys.
And I'm talking about that puss.
I'm not talking. We have no plumbing here. It's a ranch.
Oh, look at us,
Yeah.
Lothario.
There's no actual plumbing. Yeah, so Reno was the divorce capital.
Reno.
Oh, this was interesting. So after they would get their 6-minute divorce, they'd leave the courthouse and then go marry somebody else, and then
be back in the divorce town.
No, 6 minutes later, they'd be divorced again. No, they would throw all their rings over a bridge right there. There's like a divorce bridge, and
It's the riverbed is littered with rusty rings.
Yeah, there's like a little like mining tour. You can go like do that little thing
You
where
can
you
sift.
Yeah, you sift for
ring.
old love stories.
Is there really?
No, there should be.
They probably got washed away.
Yeah. So that was some people who went there. This is interesting. Actors such as Mary Pickford.
Yep, we recovered that.
Cornelius Vanderbilt Jr.
Of the Vanderbilt.
Jack Dempsey.
The pugilist.
Yeah, the pugilist. Rita Hayworth.
The vixen.
Gloria Vanderbilt.
Rita Hayworth was actually married to Orson Welles at one point.
Until she went to Reno to get
Orson Welles. I can't do an Orson Welles.
This is War of the Worlds. I don't know.
His voice is so deep.
Gloria Vanderbilt, but I wonder if her and Cornelius were getting divorced together. I wanted to play a little fun game right now.
As opposed to a one?
No, game. This is most expensive divorces of all time.
Okay, I can guess.
Okay.
So what do I...
Number one, this is a woman who... She got $3.8 billion, and she looks like a cat.
Eartha Kitt?
No.
Oh, Katy Perry?
No.
Kitty Purry?
No. The woman who made her face look like a cat.
Oh.
Cat lady.
How the supposed to know that? What's her name?
Jocelyn Wildenstein.
And she pissed it all away on making herself look like a cat.
I mean, it's got to be expensive to get a doctor who will...
I want to know what she looked like before the divorce.
She looked kind of like, just a typical LA 50-year-old blonde lady.
The grounds for divorce? Kitty litter! It's everywhere! She's crazy!
Do you see this woman? She turned her face into a cat's face. She played face off with, instead of Nicolas Cage.
Meow, Batman. Very nice.
She looked at her cat and she was like, I'm going to take your face.
Santa baby, I want another ring and a ring.
What kind of doctor agrees to make her face?
One who loves money.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay, whatever, it'll cost you. I need to build another wing on my house.
I have a Hippocratic oath. I won't do it.
Sorry, it's a hypocritical oath. I love money and I hate...
Oh, did you say 3.8 billion? Did you want to be Siamese or... I don't know any other cats. You're a cat guy.
Tonkinese.
Which one would cost more?
Burmese.
Which one would be a harder surgery to make your face look like a Burmese cat?
Yeah, you'd be smushed.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand how a doctor can go, I'm going to be like, how does he get certified after that? Like, how do you maintain?
He's already certified.
No, I'm saying, but there's like an ethics board.
Ethics off.
Yeah. So you would do that surgery as a
oh yeah. I need a new titleist.
Yeah. I need a new titleist.
I need a new tailor-made burner bubble. I need a tailor-made burner bubble. That's golf talk, baby!
I've got a friend who works at one of those Beverly Hills plastic surgery places. I wonder if he would do the cat surgery.
I would just decorate my office with old golf clubs.
Yeah. I got that when I made that woman look like a bird.
Used it once.
That is when I made a man look like a turtle. That's you should see my Maserati. I made a man look like a turtle.
See that wall of putters? All ass lifts.
I actually put an ass on somebody's face for that.
I want you to put an ass on a face for that 2-iron.
All right, ready? Biggest payout of an actor. Somebody everybody hates.
Eddie Murphy.
Who hates Eddie Murphy?
Everybody.
Why would anyone hate Eddie Murphy?
Because he's I've heard he's a dick.
No, he made all the greatest movies.
Why won't he do stand-up ever again or say something funny in front of a camera?
Because he doesn't need to. He made it. I challenge anybody in the entire audience listening to write in and tell us if they know anybody who hates Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. Have you seen Norbert?
I like Norbert,
Shut
actually.
up, you
It's not one of his best pieces, but it's still pretty
it's
good.
no Harlem Nights.
Have you seriously, do you hate Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy. Do you hate Eddie Murphy? This is so tragic.
I don't, but I feel like a lot of people seem to have an issue with him.
Nobody does. This is literally the first
he's
I'm
like
hearing.
the black Chevy Chase.
No, this is the first I'm hearing of anybody having an issue with Eddie Murphy. We just found out Toady Sam has like a Eddie Murphy.
No, well, I know a lot of people. I'll tell you why a lot of people do, because if you go back and listen to Delirious or Raw, he disparages homosexuals.
Yeah, but it was a different time.
Yeah, but it doesn't hold up.
No.
You can't
None of it holds up.
You can't make those jokes.
None of it holds up.
And also, he felt that way at the time.
Yeah, but none of that stuff holds
You're like,
up.
yeah, but everybody did.
All right, fine. We should all hate Eddie Murphy. Fine.
No, we should hate his old comedy.
How about this guy? Jews.
I don't know. That could be.
It could be a lot of people. It could be a lot of people. He did that while he got arrested.
Oh, Mel Gibson.
Yeah. He gave his wife 425.
No,
million.
He did. He said, "You're."
To the cop, the Asian
I hope
cop.
you're effed by a black person.
Right? Yeah. That was weird. All right. Biggest athlete payout.
Oh, it was Kobe. No,
he bought her that ring after he cheated on her. He gave her that $8 million.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. Kobe couldn't even beat him at that.
Yeah,
He'll never have as many championships or pay out as much in a divorce as Michael Jordan.
Kobe's always going to be in Jordan's shadow.
Always chasing that dream.
Kobe's wife's like, I'll take you for all. He's like, no, I got to give you more than half.
That's right. He's like, but Jordan paid out.
The courts are like, sorry, it's community property. It's just
I can't.
50-50.
My hands are tied here. I'm sorry, I guess.
Oh, that sucks. Kobe's finishing second.
One championship.
Second in divorce settlement.
Win.
Oh, Kobe.
Sorry. Put it on the boards. Yes.
Kobe. Biggest musician settlement.
This is a tough one.
70s crooner.
70s crooner.
Mm-hmm.
Frank?
No,
Sinatra?
70s, 50s. Wait,
he was alive in the 70s.
You hate Eddie Murphy and you think Sinatra's known as a 70s crooner? You crazy, man.
I know. The dude with the underwear. It's not unusual to be loved.
Is that Elton John? No. Neil Diamond.
No, but Neil Diamond?
Sweet Caroline.
Yeah. Oh, I love
man.
my honey child. You got the way to make me divorce.
You know what? You shouldn't sing other women's names. His wife's name's Marsha. That song should have been called Marsha.
So
you're breaking my heart.
Caroline was,
I don't know, probably some floozy. Yeah,
you make me feel like a store-bought woman.
Marsha. Yeah, oh man, there's a lot of good ones on here.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. So I wanted to talk about a couple of interesting things about divorce. Finally.
Jesus, this long in the episode, you want to talk about something interesting?
Just a couple things.
What are you doing?
Just a couple things. You don't like any of the interesting things here? You
no, but you waited so long.
I waited so long. There's how do they value divorces? I find to be interesting. There's a big issue on California whether celebrity status should be treated as an asset in figuring out
how do you put a number on celebrity?
Yeah, well, what's interesting is
I'll be the judge.
There are a couple of cases. So the biggest case was a guy named Joe Piscopo. Believe it or not, Joe Piscopo.
Get in the back with the rest of the broads, baby.
Joe Piscopo. I don't know.
SNL.
Yeah, I know. Can you do a Piscopo?
He did his impression of Frank Sinatra was You are black and I am white. You're as blind as a bat and I have sight. So it was a duo he would do with Eddie Murphy as...
Sammy Davis? No.
No.
I don't know. Ray Charles.
No, well, he's like Ray Charles.
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Jesus Christ.
We got to it eventually. That was bad.
We are
that was bad.
Stupid.
That was bad. So Piscopo and his wife got divorced, and they were trying to figure out how you can determine a increase in a celebrity's earnings capacity during a marriage, because in divorce law, if you're married to somebody and you increase your earnings capacity during a divorce, that earnings is subject to...
But Joe Piscopo was probably on the downward slide the moment he was off Saturday Night Live.
I mean, that guy's been on a downward slide for
Although I will say
some time.
He is amazing in Johnny Dangerously.
He is.
My mother said that to me once. That's one of the best.
He had a
that movie holds up.
That's probably like 1983 or something. Yeah, early Piscopo. But so what's interesting is in divorce law, if you have a license that you acquired during a marriage, that's subject to distribution. There was a case called O'Brien versus O'Brien that basically said this guy, he attained his professional license and the wife helped him during the marriage. She supported him while he was going to school, and so she was entitled to all of half of his earnings. So then how does that apply to celebrities? In Piscopo's case, a non-celebrity usually has to prove that the increase in the celebrity's capital during the marriage increased that earnings capacity. So basically, his wife would have to prove that she helped make him more valuable.
I don't believe she did.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it.
Because, I mean, he's like, Your Honor.
Look at my career.
What
it's
have
in
I
the
been
toilet.
in?
I can't even get a hemorrhoid commercial.
I'm straight to DVD.
Yeah. I think he's now like a huge Trump supporter. He's trying to run on that Bayo train. Yeah, he's on the Scott Baio train. But so what's interesting is this New Jersey court in the 80s recognized celebrity goodwill as marital property. So the parties agreed that they actually agreed that she was instrumental in assisting him from the poorhouse to celebrity by taking care of the house and being a sounding board for his ideas, for all those brilliant ideas.
Oh, I got a sketch.
Yeah.
I got another sketch idea, baby.
She's like, lay it on me, Joey. Lay it on me.
Oh, he was on SNL for quite a few years.
But so at trial, he tried to argue that the goodwill was based on his talent. That's different from...
How much did he have to pay out?
To listen.
Oh, boy.
That's different from like a doctor or a lawyer. He basically argued that professional goodwill... that's like something you can actually measure. But he said there's no way that you could measure goodwill in the entertainment industry because it's based on this unique talent.
His unique talent.
Yeah. But unfortunately, they said, wait a minute, you actually have sued people, celebrities have sued people for using their name or likeness. So they therefore basically said, well, wait a minute. If you're saying that you can figure out an amount that it's worth for people to be stealing your stuff, then therefore we can figure out an amount to give to your wife.
Okay.
So basically the celebs screwed themselves into this position.
So what did he give her?
He conceded that it would exist, and they, I don't know. It doesn't say.
Great. Great. It has to be at the top. You said it's one of the most expensive payouts.
No, Piscopo wasn't an expensive payout. It just created this goodwill existing. And
you know what?
Celebrity
he
goodwill.
Got too strong. That was his problem.
Yeah, he got too muscular. Nobody likes that muscle-bound jerk.
Comedian.
Yeah.
It's been my problem my whole career. Too strong.
Yeah.
Everyone
Me
says
too.
Muscles and glasses.
That's
they don't
what's
make
holding
sense.
us back.
They say, I'll see you in court.
Yeah. But so the celebrity goodwill thing, and what's interesting about it is California isn't recognizing it because obviously the celebs have made a big push to not let that be recognized. Otherwise, there would be big problems. Big.
You got big problems because I'm suing you for divorce. I'm out. This is it.
We're divorcing?
Yeah, I want half. You want a celebrity? I want
half of the goodwill.
Yours, because I want half of your celebrity money.
Before I met you, I was nothing.
I was nothing.
And now
you're huge.
We have
all this podcast revenue.
Empire. So yeah, that's some interesting divorce law
you think
stuff.
I'm kidding?
You want half?
Give me half.
You take whatever's in this room.
I want half, you son of a bitch.
Take this ring. He's the Ringman. Tony's the Ringman.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it hit the floor.
You want to hear it jingle? Hold on, guys. You guys can't see, but I just licked this. Here, let's make the sound. Did you guys hear that? That's the sound of my ring hitting a...
It's swirling around the toilet!
It's hitting Tony the Ringman's bowl. So yeah, that was divorce law.
What? That's the wrap up?
Yeah, that's the wrap. What did we learn?
I don't know. What's the takeaway? How long have people have been getting divorced for?
Hundreds and thousands of years. But you know what? Here's the thing. Oh, you know what we need to know?
Hundreds and thousands?
Thousands and thousands of years. But we probably should tell them which ones are the community property states. That's important. Before we let you go, we should probably tell you where you shouldn't live. Right? Because the community property states basically consider everything during the marriage community property, 50-50.
Before and after.
Before, property owned before is separate.
In every state.
Yeah, but if there's any commingling, so if you really want to screw somebody over, you kind of got to commingle their stuff.
You have to. Let's get a joint bank account.
Yeah, just mix it up.
It's always like that. It's like this. Let's get a joint bank account. Bank account.
I have 1 million and you have 1.
We've commingled.
We've got 1,000,001 now.
Now, is commingling of money? Say you signed a prenup. Does that does that prenup go void if you commingle your money?
No, the prenup probably stays in place.
And how long are prenups in effect?
They're good, man. They're pretty solid.
They never go void?
No, they could. There are things that you can do to avoid them. But so what's interesting is if anything you buy though with either spouse buys with money earned during the marriage, that becomes community property. So you go out and buy yourself a car, a house, whatever, even if it's your thing. But like if you buy your own, Mustang.
Can you, even if you buy a house, can you make it so that's part of your property?
No, not if you live in one of these states, Louisiana, Arizona, California, Texas, Washington, Idaho, Nevada, New Mexico, and Wisconsin. So
no matter what, anything purchased, even if you have a prenup.
No, I think you can. I'm not sure if you can prenup out of it. I think you can. Can you prenup out of community property? We had to look this up, guys. We had to look it up. Yes, so it can override.
But that had to have been written into.
Yeah, you have to write it in. You have to write in specifically what it's going to override.
Right, not otherwise, like earnings.
Like anything you don't override is just in there. So move, if you live in one of these states, move to another state.
So you can over your spouse somewhere else.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think, be reasonable. That's the most important.
Why don't you say that one more time?
Be reasonable. Be reasonable. But yeah, commingle. That's the key takeaway.
If you want half of your partner's stuff, commingle.
Throw one on top of $1 million.
I put in $1. I love to see that court discussion. I put in $1.
No, but truthfully, it has to be so mixed that it can't be identified. So you got to mix that dollar in. Which dollar? It's
finding $1 in a haystack.
But whatever I put in, I don't know which one. I just remember I put in some, and she put in some.
I wrote my name on it.
She put in some, and I put in some. And now we have some. I don't remember which was which.
The sum of some is some.
Yeah, it's just a big bag of money.
The sum of some is mine. It's all mine now.
It's all yours.
Well, what a fun episode.
Yeah.
The takeaway is
that you're the king of divorce.
Make sure you love Just
Make sure you love.
and make sure you don't own anything.
Yeah. The takeaway is you should have gone to Reno and had a good time in the mid 40s. That's the takeaway.
That's
It was
right.
a crazy time.
Do you want to give your Twitter?
Oh, yeah. Matt Ritter 1.
Mine is at TOEKNEESAM. Please follow us on Twitter. Please subscribe to us on iTunes if you're just listening as a voyeur. Please tell your friends about it. Please give us a 5-star rating on iTunes.
Yeah.
And
That's it. That's it.
we'll
No
see
mas.
you next time.
On
Legally